Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I have 5 historical romance recommendations for you, and it's 5 because I feel like I'm going to talk an overly long amount of time about these and I really want you to pick them up, so I'm going to try to sell them to you, and if you haven't read them already, I would recommend every single one of these. The first one is probably my most recent favorite, and that is Brazen and the Beast. This is historical romance that follows the overarching plot of 3 brothers and 1 sister who were raised by a duke who was very vindictive and attempted to get them to turn against each other in an attempt to win the dukedom from him. And in this one in particular, the hero is Wit and the heroine is Henrietta. In the beginning of the book, Henrietta is on the way out to go out on the town, and she discovers Wit bound in her carriage, and she quickly knows that like this is her brother's doing. So she unbounds him and pushes him out of the carriage, and he vows to find her because he knows that she knows who did this to him. So she follows her to a brothel where she is attempting to lose her virginity, and they have an agreement where he will take her virginity and she will recover the things that were taken from him in the attack that led to him being bound in her carriage. I love their relationship, and I'm going to say that about every single one of these romances. They are so cute together. Henrietta is the perfect badass heroine, and I mean that in the like flawed, actually strong character. Like, she is a plus size woman, and not only has she never fit into society, but she's also, as a woman, not able to do anything that any of the things that she wants to do with her life. She wants to take over her father's shipping company, and she wants to have her own empire. And as a woman, this is not really allowed, so she endeavors to lose her virginity, to ruin herself, to make herself a viable candidate for taking over her father's shipping company. And Wit is a part of the bare knuckle bastards, who are the 3 brothers and the 1 sister, who run like the underground of London. They support all of the people in the area. They make sure people have jobs, move like highly taxed things like alcohol. Watching Wit have to overcome this need to protect, like his need to keep everybody around him safe and protect everybody around him because he feels like a failure who is unable to do that for his mother. Watching him have to overcome that and give Henrietta the equality and the agency that she demands, not like requests, demands of him, is just fantastic. I love when characters are able to perfectly puzzle piece together dynamic that just like makes them better as characters and in a believable way. Like, Henrietta is very strong-willed. She doesn't want a husband. She wants her own empire. She wants everything that she wants, and she will not take anything less. And watching her demand that of Wit is just a beautiful thing. Watching Wit learn to give some of his burdens and some of his troubles to other people, and be willing to not sacrifice but like work through issues that he has in order to make this relationship with Henrietta work. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So next up we have the Highwayman, and all of my recommendations from here on out are going to involve these 2 probably. The Highwayman is a historical romance. Duh, it's on historical romance recommendations list. Ashley, good job. So this is about Dorian and Farah, and in the prologue of the book, Farah is in an orphanage where she meets this young boy named Dugan. She is there because she is the Duchess, and her father has sent her there until she comes of age to marry this guy that he like arranged a marriage with. She meets Dugan, who is a kid there, and they form a really strong friendship. And one night she is assaulted by one of the like clergymen, and when she tells Dugan about this, they attempt to run away. This results in him killing someone, and he is sent to prison for 7 years. And we flash forward 7 years later when the heroine is working at Scotland Yard, and they have caught a notorious criminal named Dorian, and they meet while he is being investigated, or interrogated rather. and he ends up stealing her away, and they form a marriage of convenience in which she will be able to get revenge for the people that killed Dugan in prison, and also get her duchessy back. Is that what it's called? Get her status back as a duchess or whatever. Not only is Kerrigan Byrne's writing so spectacular, so stunning, like just a step above other historical romance authors, not only is it that, again, their relationship, the baggage and trauma that they have to work through together and individually, and to come together to make their relationship work, is so beautiful. The hero in particular is dealing with a lot of trauma from being in prison. He has sustained a lot of abuse, sexual, mental, and physical abuse, and he has a lot of trauma to work through to get to a place where he can have a loving relationship with. Just exceptional. It's so beautiful, and I think Kerrigan Byrne's ability to write trauma, believable trauma, into characters and have them work it out and explore it together is bar none. We then have The Henchman of Zenda, and this is an MM pirate romance. The hero is tasked by one of the princes to like do his bidding essentially, and this is like very much Pirates of the Caribbean feelings, and it's just a lot of like swashbuckling adventure. It's a lovely historical romance that is a lot of fun, a lot of adventure basically. Pirates of Penzance, Pirates of the Caribbean, like all of these lovely swashbuckling stories all in one, and it's not one that I hear a lot of people talk about. It's not something that I can rave about because I don't think their relationship is like super beautiful and all of that, but it's a delightful adventure story with a MM romance. Had to put my cup down for this one. We have The Companion. This is a polyamorous story set in early 1900s, and it follows two trans women and a trans man. One of the heroines becomes the companion to the hero, and she moves to his countryside, and it is her relationship with him and his neighbor. And him and his neighbor had like a previous history as well. If you enjoyed, listen, I make this comparison every single time I talk about this book because like I feel like it is the perfect comparison. If you enjoyed House on the Cerulean Sea, if you like the comforting vibes, the atmosphere, just like a sense of belonging and just the beautiful acceptance and comfortness, like the feeling of like a safe space, you wanted it to focus more on the romance, you will love this. There is mentions of transphobia, but it's very like past tense and it's briefly discussed. So this truly just feels like a warm blanket. Their relationship is very, very sweet. There's a lot of exploration of this relationship dynamic. Everybody is very understanding and a warm hug. It's a mug of hot coffee on a cold day. It is just so lovely, and I highly recommend it. Their relationship is so comforting. And then my last one, it's another Kerrigan Byrne. It is How to Love a Duke in 10 Days. This is the first book in like this series that follows three women who were like friends when they were at private school. In the beginning of this one, the heroine is at said private school, and she experiences a sexual assault by the headmaster, which results in her stabbing and killing him. She enlists the help of her best friends to bury the body, and we flash forward I think 10 years, and she gets a letter from one of those friends saying that she needs help, that she has discovered the people that killed her family basically. And so the heroine travels to this remote town to find her friend, and she goes there to discover that her friend is engaged to the Duke because her friend thinks that the Duke's family is responsible for her family's death. And it's the heroine's relationship with the hero. What I said earlier, Kerrigan Byrne's ability to write trauma and growth from trauma in a relationship and individually is so beautiful. The hero is the definition of touch her and you die. He's so strong and protective, and while he doesn't 100% react the correct way or the best way to discovering that she has some intimacy issues, he more than makes up for it, and he supports her 100%, whatever she wants to do, however she wants to work through her trauma, however she wants to deal with the situation. He is there backing her 100%, and the love that they have for each other just transcends, and their ability to work through their traumas together and comfort each other and be there for each other just is beautiful. I love Kerrigan Byrne. Love her writing. Anytime she tackles these very intense, important topics, she just does it very, very well. Those are the historical romance recommendations that I have for you. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on anything that I recommended or your favorite historical romance. I would love to know. If you don't have anything to say, leave a castle emoji of some sort down in the comments. If you are looking for more content from me, make sure you check out my Instagram, my podcast Instagram, and follow my podcast on all your streaming platforms. It's a horror podcast. It's a lot of fun. We talk about Scream a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one.